In the last video, you went through, you created a room legend, you labeled each of the rooms, you made different colors for each one, and you listed off what the surface area was of each room, the square footage. In this lesson, we're going to be going through and creating an elevation view, a section view, and then creating sheets to print out so they look a little bit more professional and they actually have a filled out title block as opposed to just printing out whatever we happen to have on the screen. So to get started, let's go into your View tab here, select Section, and we're going to make a section view to show what it looks like between the first floor and the second floor. So just drag your arrow straight down through there, and that's going to add an extra, if you look over here, you have your floor plans, ceiling plans, 3D views, elevations, and now you have a section view. So if you double click your section view, it shows you there's your first floor here, here's your second floor, and here's the stairway in between. So that might be nice to show later. We're going to leave that visible. We're going to turn off this crop region. Let's go to the first floor. And to prepare this for a sheet, let's go back to showing your crop region again. This is way down here at the bottom, has a light bulb next to it. And if I were to drag this onto a sheet right now, anything that's inside these blue lines would be showing. I don't want that. So I'm going to drag this up, and this over, down, and in. Scoot this in just a little bit, and for some reason I'm having issues with this elevation popping up even though it shouldn't, so I just click and drag it off the screen. I turn my crop region back off, do the same thing for my second floor. So I'm going to display my crop region, and I'm going to adjust all of these so I'm in as tight as I can be to my structure. Scoot this in a little bit. I don't see any elevations this time, so that should be okay. I'm curious to see what that section looks like with the crop region shown. It's already pretty tight, so we can leave that the way it is. And you'll notice you do have sheets already here. So for example, you have a first floor plan, and we could just modify this and print this out, but the issue is that it's on the wrong size paper. And if you didn't open up your project the same way that I did, you may not have this section at all. So to get this from scratch, you're going to go back under your View tab, and you have a New Sheet button here. You only have B and D size paper. 11 by 17 is ideal, but we don't have that in our printer right now. So instead, let's go Load, and down towards the bottom you have title blocks. We have 8.5 by 11 size paper. So let's open up one of those. This is A size. Click OK. And now we have a blank sheet. Where it says owner, I want you to put in your name, not my name. Project name for this is Practice House. We're going to start off with the first floor. Well, that was interesting. Project number is the first project. Issue date, you can put in today's date. Author, I want you to put in your last name. Don't type in the words your last name, just type in what your last name is. For the checker, you can put in my last name. And we'll leave the scale for now. Now, this is the first floor plan, so we want to put in the first floor here. Under floor plans, grab first floor, and if you don't have the sheet thing, this is exactly what you need to do. If you already have sheets because you open up something that created them by default, you're going to have to go over to where it says first floor plan, hit the little plus next to it, grab the first floor plan, and drag it over into the view. And it places it, but it's huge. So right now, 1/4 of an inch is equal to 1 foot. We're going to make that half the size, so 1/8 inch is going to equal to 1 foot. And scoot this back up here, and this little leader line shouldn't go all the way out. So let's drag that back in. And our room legend is right where it shouldn't be. I think if I double click it, I should be able to click and drag my room legend down a little. And I'll fill up this little empty space here. Okay, and that's good enough for the first floor. We're going to do the same kind of thing. We're at a new sheet, a size sheet again. Instead of unnamed, we're going to call it second floor. It already has your name up here. It has the practice house down here, so that's project number 1. The only thing is that you're going to have to go back in here, again put in your last name, not the words your last name, actually type it out. Put in that it's checked by Thorne, and let's grab your second floor. This is going to be big too, so let's mini size it. We'll have 1/8 of an inch equal 1 foot. As long as you have this view selected, you can click and drag this line in. And if you double click on the view, you can modify things that are inside it. So I can move the room legend here sometimes, down below. I could also choose to grab some of the stuff that's up here and move these to an easier to view location. Like this upper room. Oop, don't want to do that. I want to try to avoid cluttering your lines up so you can actually read what's here. Alright, so there's our first floor, there's our second floor. Let's add another sheet. Still A size paper, looks good. We're going to throw in our section view. I don't think we have something for our section yet, so we should be able to just drag and drop. Make this 1/8 inch. Section. Again, put in your last name. Put in my last name. And you're ready for one final sheet. Your last sheet. Actually, let's see if we can just fit these on here. So let's go to our door schedule and click and drag that over. And we also have a room. We have a window schedule. Nah, I changed my mind. Let's save the schedules for a different sheet. So one more sheet, A size paper. If you don't know how to spell schedules, look over here. Alright, so we want the door schedule that we created in a different video. We want the window schedule. And let's grab the room schedule. And the window one is just a little off, so let's move that down. Doors, rooms, windows. I don't think we had any lighting fixtures. Nope. So we don't need to put that one in this case. But you can see how easy this is to set this up. Again, you want to go back and change the drawn by to your last name. You want it to be checked by me. And now when you go to print, you go Revit, print. Make sure it's printing to my printer, so that's room 301. You should be able to select what sheets you would like. So selected views and sheets, and we want to go through and check the ones that we said are our first floor, second floor, section, and schedules. With those 4 things selected, it should print all 4 of those. So if we click OK, then I guess it's not going to let us preview. Well, click OK and see what happens. Good luck.